Miller Barber lived a tragic life behind the scenes, and just hours before passing in 2013, Nicklaus revealed something that brought a rare smile to the mysterious golfer's face. The phone call came at 3 in the morning. Barber was dying from lymphoma in a hospice in Arizona. Most people would spend their final hours with family, but Miller Barber was alone, just like he had been for most of his 82 years. Barber earned the nickname Mr. X because nobody ever knew where he went at night. He was a bachelor who kept his personal life locked away from everyone. Even his fellow golfers called him mysterious. The irony was painful. Here was a man who won 43 professional tournaments, made millions of dollars, and earned respect from golf legends. Yet he died isolated, with only a late-night phone call from Nicklaus to comfort him in his final moments. What made Barber even more unusual was his golf swing. People called it loopy and home-cooked. His right elbow would fly out like a bird trying to take off. The club would go way above his head, almost straight up in the air. Golf instructors would have called it a disaster. Other players said he looked like an octopus falling out of a tree when he swung. But somehow this strange swing worked perfectly. Barber believed the downswing is all that matters. He could loop the club back into perfect position every single time. While other golfers spent hours perfecting textbook form, Barber trusted his weird method. He tried to swing normally when he was young, but it was a total disaster. So he stuck with what felt natural, even though it looked completely wrong. The lonely part started early. Barber was born in Louisiana but moved around a lot. He went to the University of Arkansas for business, then spent 4 years in the Air Force. After that, he worked as a teaching pro at fancy clubs in New York. He was always moving, never settling down, never building lasting relationships. When Barber finally joined the PGA Tour in the 1960s, his mysterious personality grew stronger. Tour player Jim Foray gave him the Mr. X nickname because Barber never told anyone where he was going at night. Other players would hang out together, eat dinner, share stories. Not Barber. He would disappear into the darkness, sometimes wearing dark glasses and dark clothes that made him look almost sinister. Barber called himself a mystery man with many girlfriends in many cities. But this sounded more like loneliness than romance. He was creating an image to hide the fact that he had trouble connecting with people. The Mr. X persona protected him, but it also isolated him from the golf community that could have been his family. Despite his social struggles, Barber's career was remarkable. He won his first PGA Tour event in 1964 and kept winning for years. From 1967 to 1974, he won at least one tournament every single year. Only Nicklaus matched this streak during the same period. Barber played in 2 Ryder Cups, representing America in 1969 and 1971. His teammates respected his skill, but few got to know the real person behind the mysterious image. The loneliness seemed to get worse as Barber got older. While other golfers retired to spend time with wives and children, Barber kept playing. He joined the Champions Tour in 1981 when he turned 50. This is where his career really exploded. He won 24 times on the Champions Tour, including 3 U.S. Senior Opens. No other golfer has won that championship 3 times, but success on the golf course couldn't fix his personal problems. Barber set a record with 1,297 combined tournament starts on the PGA and Champions Tours. That's an incredible number of weeks spent traveling alone, staying in hotels alone, eating meals alone. Each tournament was another reminder that he had chosen golf over human connections. Before we continue, a quick thanks to FUBO for supporting our channel. If you want to catch live sports action, including golf tournaments where you can see today's players who learn from legends like Miller Barber, Fubo's your go-to streaming service. Check the link below for a special offer. The saddest part about Barber's story is how much respect he earned from other golfers, yet how little personal connection he allowed. Arnold Palmer recognized his talent, saying Barber had great release through the ball, despite his unusual swing. Golf legends knew he was special. They wanted to be his friend. But Barber's Mr. X-inch walls were too high. Barber made over $4 million in his career, becoming only the 3rd player to reach this milestone. He had 24 career hole-in-ones. He was inducted into multiple halls of fame in Arkansas and Texas. On paper, his life looked like a complete success. But awards and money can't cure loneliness. The mystery extended to his living situation. While other tour players bought houses and raised families, Barber seemed to drift from city to city. He never planted roots anywhere. His many girlfriends in many cities comment suggests he had relationships, but nothing lasting. No wife, no children, no close family members who stayed connected. As Barber aged, his isolation became more obvious. Younger players on the Champions Tour knew him as the quiet guy who kept to himself. He would show up, play his rounds, collect his prize money, and disappear. His dark glasses and serious expression made him seem unapproachable. People wanted to respect his privacy, but this just made him more alone. When lymphoma struck, Barber faced his final battle the same way he had lived his life, mostly alone. He entered hospice care in Scottsdale, Arizona. Most dying people are surrounded by loved ones sharing memories and saying goodbye. For Barber, there were no crowds of family and friends, just nurses, doctors, and the approaching end. That's what made Jack Nicklaus's phone call so important. 3 hours before Barber died, the Golden Bear reached out to his former Ryder Cup teammate. Nicklaus called to check on him, to let him know someone cared. The gesture brought a smile to Barber's face, according to reports. In those final moments, the mysterious Mr. X remembered what human connection felt like. After Barber died, PGA Tour Commissioner Tim Fincham released a statement calling him a wonderful player who helped establish the tour and make it the tremendous success it has become. Other golf officials praised his competitive spirit and gentleman's behavior. But these were professional tributes, not personal memories from close friends. Barber had once said he wanted to be remembered as a real competitor and a real gentleman who put the game first. He got his wish, but he also wanted to be remembered as our friend. This part was harder because he had kept most people at arm's length his entire life. The tragedy of Miller Barber is that he achieved everything golf could offer, yet missed out on what life had to offer. His weird swing worked perfectly, but his social skills never developed. He mastered the downswing, but never learned how to let people get close. He became Mr. X to protect himself, but the mystery became a prison. Miller Barber died as he lived, alone with his secrets. Only a late-night phone call from Jack Nicklaus reminded him that someone in the golf world still cared about the man behind the mysterious image. It was a small moment of human warmth in a life that had grown cold from too much solitude. What do you think about Miller Barber's story? Have you ever known someone who achieved great success but struggled with loneliness? Let me know in the comments below, and don't forget to like and subscribe for more untold stories from the world of golf.